This is Retro Sports Radio. Visit RetroSeasons.com for more sports history.
The Pittsburgh Pirates faced the Chicago Cubs at Wrigley Field for a Friday afternoon game on May 27th, 1977, in which both teams were entering the game in an early season fight for first place in the NL East. The Pirates were managed by Chuck Tanner in his first season as manager after replacing Danny Murtaugh. The Pirates had made it to the NLCS in 1974 and 75, but finished in second place behind the Phillies in 1976. In this game, they were sending John Candelaria to the mound, who was off to a hot start with a 6-0 record and a 1.63 ERA, which included 4 starts in which he didn't give up an earned run. The Chicago Cubs were looking to finish above 500 for the first time in 5 years under new manager Herman Franks. This audio recording is from the Chicago radio broadcast featuring announcers Vince Lloyd and Lou Boudreau.
Candyman John Candelaria, just 23 years of age. Let me tell you, this guy is getting bigger and bigger. Not any taller, because when he was setting all kinds of basketball records at the same high school in Brooklyn that Kareem Jabbar attended, he was then about 6'6". He's now up to 6'7", but he weighs about 220. He's stronger than he was last year. Primarily, Candelaria throws a fastball and a curve. He told me before the game, he says, no, I haven't developed a change yet. Stepping in, Iván de Jesús takes the fastball a little high to the right end of the ball one. De Jesús batting .308 starting this series. 1 homer, 16 runs batted in. Wind up by the big southpaw. Here's the pitch. Curveball in for a strike. Took a little bit off of it. Peanuts Lowry coaching at third, and Alvin Dark in the coach's box at first. Duffy Dyer, the catcher. Willie Stargell, the big guy at first base. Here's the windup by Candelaria. Misses outside with a curveball. Ball 2, strike 1. Rennie Stennett playing just about up the middles at second. Deep at shortstop is Frankie Tavares. The third baseman, Phil Garner. They obtained from the A's for a multitude of players. Even at third, here's the windup. Fastball. Iván takes a cut at it, fouls it back out of play. No score, bottom of the first inning. Baseball between these two clubs out here at Wrigley Field again tomorrow and on Sunday. And that closes out the homestand. We'll be on down at St. Louis Monday afternoon. Candelaria ready. 2-2 pitch. Fastball. De Jesus takes a cut at it, fouls it, and it's back out of play. In the on-deck circle, Gene Kleins. Last year, in 2 games against the Cubs, Candelaria had 1 win, no losses. And he allowed only 2 earned runs in 18 innings against the Cubs a year ago. Here's a swing and a drive into right field. It is dropping in there for a base hit. That's the first hit of the afternoon. Dave Parker, a big guy, came in. He couldn't quite get to it in time. Sinking Texas League single to the opposite side. Here's Gene Kleins, who you know has the adrenaline pumping against the ball club that traded him a couple of years ago to the Texas Rangers. Kleins with 16 hits and 41 at-bats, steps in hitting .390. Couple of homers, 18 runs batted in. Stargell is not holding De Jesus on. He is even with the bag, but he's at least 10 feet off of it. First pitch is a slow curve, and Kleins takes for a strike. Runner on at first base with nobody out and no score. Candyman is ready. Long look at first. Here's the pitch. Swung on. Deep drive. Left field. But it's going to be caught by Oliver. He comes over about 25 feet inside the left field line. Hustles the throw into second base. And Kleins is out of there. Got around on it very well. But he couldn't get it out of here. We've got a breeze blowing in here today. That'll bring up Larry Bittner. Left-hander hitting .315 for the year with a couple of homers. 21 runs batted in. You know, the Cubs come in here today with a team batting average of .282. That is the second best in the National League. Only the Los Angeles Dodgers have a higher team batting average than do the Cubs. .282. But against a guy like this, it can be awfully tough to get hits. He lobs a toss over to first base. De Jesus back in plenty of time. Candelaria's earned run average is the best in the National League right now among the starting pitchers. Here's the delivery. Call for a pitch out. Runner not going. Ball one.
Excuse me. This is a very unusual setup for Stargell.
Yeah, sure is.
Playing in front of the runner, not behind him. And every pitch that Candelaria has thrown, he breaks towards first base to bring De Jesus back.
Here he goes. Here's the pitch. Here's Dyer's throw to second. He is in there with a stolen base. With a slow curveball for a strike call. But he got a great jump on it. That's one of the risks you take with the first baseman playing. The way Stargell has played against De Jesus here. So the Pirates, who are leading the league in stolen bases, have just had one done against them. And Iván de Jesús has his 9th of the year, been caught 5 times. Runner in scoring position, bottom of the first inning, and a count of 1-1 on Larry Bittner. The kick to pitch, fastball. Strike called on the outside corner. Bittner not too happy with Doug Harvey's judgment on that one. The Cub opposition, by the way, mentioning that team batting average. Team batting average 282. The opposition against Cub pitching is hitting 259. 1-2 delivery coming up. Here it is. Swung on a high fly ball to Parker, and going out is Stennett, the second baseman. It's Rennie Stennett flipping the throw into second, and he almost got a double play. Pretty nice work. Shortstop Frankie Tavares taking that throw as Stennett went way out there, about 95 feet or so in the outfield grass. To make that catch, he was just about facing the infield, but boy, he got rid of it in a hurry. That would have been some double play. Now Bobby Mercer stepping in. Batting 286. 6 homers for this left-hander. 29 runs batted in. Right side of that infield is deep. Candelaria's pitch to him, and he takes the strike. Our broadcast authorized under rights granted by the Chicago National League Ball Club, which has the right of approval of the announcers for this event. It's solely for the entertainment of our audience. Any publication, rebroadcast, or other use of the descriptions and accounts of the game without the express written permission of the Chicago National League Ball Club is prohibited. Fastball. Mercer looks at strike 2. Good fastball. Candelaria's listed weight now 220. With that 6 feet 7 inches of height, he looks like he's probably more at about 230. Just 23 years of age. Making his 8th start. He hasn't completed the game, but he has gone 8 2/3 innings. 0-2 pitch. Fastball swung on and missed. Blew it by him right in his eye. Candelaria with a strikeout against Bobby Mercer on 3 pitches. Puts the Cubs down with no runs, 1 hit, 1 man left. At the end of 1, the Pirates will have Al Oliver, Willie Stargell, and Rennie Stennett against Bill Bonham. No score.
True Value Hardware stores offer the best friends a painter ever had. True Test Painting Accessories. True Test Painting Accessories will make your painting job easier. For example, a True Test 8-piece paint set comes complete with a 9-inch roller cover, frame, a trim brush, extension pole, paint tray, brush holder, and more for just $5.99. And all you add is the paint. True Value Hardware stores also offer True Test paint brushes in a wide variety of sizes, like a big 4-inch standard varnish brush with flat edge trim for just $4.98. Or a True Test 2-inch varnish enamel brush, just $2.79. You'll find a complete selection of quality True Test painting tools only at participating True Value Hardware stores. No matter where you live, you'll find a True Value Hardware store nearby to serve you.
Al Oliver, another left-hander. They have 3 left-handers in a row in this lineup with Parker, Oliver, and Stargell. And, of course, the leadoff man, Marino, is a left-hander. This would be a good time to have a left-hander in your starting rotation, wouldn't it? Oliver, the veteran, hitting .311. He swings, bounces Bounces one through the right side, a base hit. Went after the first pitch by Bonham, and is on with a high bouncing single through the right side. Willie Stargell stepping in, veteran, hitting .306, 7 home runs, 16 runs batted in. As a team, the Pirates with 35 home runs this year, 5 more than the Cubs. Stargell twirling the bat as usual like a toothpick. A throw to first base. Bittner standing on the bag to hold Oliver on. While he has good speed, he has not been too successful in stolen bases this year. He has 5, but he's been thrown out 7 times. The 2 key men are Marino, the leadoff man, and Tavares, who bats second as far as stolen bases are concerned. Here's the stretch, the pitch, a fastball. Stargell takes it to strike. Willie with 395 home runs in his career, 18th in the all-time Major League home run list, 4 behind the retired Al Kaline of the Detroit Tigers. And he's at a bundle of them right here. Bonham into the stretch. A swing and a drive in a deep left center field. Morales on the run. He is there. Fine running catch by Jerry Morales in deep left center field. Boy, when that left the bat, it looked like it was going to be in there for extra bases. And Morales getting a great jump. On the run, stuck the glove up high over his head, hauled it in, and Oliver has to get back to first base. A beautiful play.
You know, Vincent, talking to Alvin Dark, he was amazed and surprised at the jump that Morales gets in center field on the ball off of the bat. He didn't realize that he could play center field that well, and only because he gets that great jump on the ball can he do the job, and he's been doing the job.
He sure did it there. Here is Rennie Stennett, and we had Bonham finally gets to look at another right-handed hitter. Second one in their lineup. Stennett hitting .290. 1 homer, 14 runs batted in. Here's the pitch, swung on, he hits a little Texas leaguer. It's going to drop into right field. Here's Oliver going around on his way to third. Mercer's throw, he slides, he is safe at third base. Well, he may not have a great stolen base record this year. Oliver did an excellent job on that one as the ball jammed Rennie Stennett, but he managed to hit a little looper that was out of the reach of Manny Trio and in too close, of course, for Bobby Mercer to get to it. And Oliver, with excellent judgment, able to go from first to third. Go with 1 out. Phil Garner. And they gave up a bundle for to the Oakland A's, including one of the leading hitters in the major leagues. Mr. Page steps in. Garner, a right-hander, playing at third base, replacing Richie Hebner. Runners at first and third. Throw to first. And Stennett, who has 12 out of 17 stolen bases this year, is driven back by that throw by Bonham. He may go at any time. There he goes. Here's a swing, base hit. Right past Bonham. Into center field. The Pirates on the board. They lead 1-0. Phil Garner going after the first pitch, drilled it sharply back up the middle. It just barely eluded the attempt of Bill Bonham to make the catch on it. And once it did that, it was by him. It was on his glove side. I thought he might be able to get it. Garner has just batted in his 14th run of the year, the 3rd hit of the inning, and that brings up a hot-hitting catcher, Duffy Dyer, built about like a fire plug, and this guy is hitting .325. There goes the runner at first, and a swing and a miss. What they hit front on that time. Fouled it, or I'm sorry, I said a miss. He fouled it back out of play. They just run constantly. Dyer, in his last 10 ball games, 11 for 27. He's hitting over 400 over that span of 10 games. There's a couple of homers, 10 runs batted in. Squared away stance, a throw to first. And Bittner doesn't even bother to tag Stennett, who went back in there, hit first. Time call so he can dust off that bright yellow set of pants that he's wearing. Boy, these are some uniforms. One of about a half a dozen sets they've got. He's got a big lead at first base. 0-1 delivery. Fakes going and a pitch out. No play. As he got back. 0-1, strike one.
He'll be going this time.
Dennett with 12 stolen bases for the year. But he got that souvenir foul ball out of the net, and a round of applause from the appreciative crowd there. He still has a good lead at first. Bonham left to check him. He fakes a throw to third, hoping to get the runner at first base, Dennett going, but he was not. So while he faked a throw to third, he turned, faked one to first base, held on to the ball because he saw that Dennett had gotten back in. He steps off the rubber, and Dennett again scampers back to first base. Or Garner, I'm sorry. There are fakes going, and the pitch of the ball too low. Ball two, strike one. Dennett over at third. Phil Garner with a solid base hit up the middle. Out at first. Duffy Dyer, the hitter, with one out in the top of the second inning, 1-0 Pittsburgh. Stretch by Bonham. And another pitch out, and Garner not going. He is 3 for 2, or 3 stolen bases, and been caught twice. They like the double steal also. 3-1 pitch, he goes. There's a swing and a high foul down the right field line. The wind pushing it into the box seats out of play. Hit and run that time. Ball 3, strike 2. Got a group here from Illinois State University. Give us a last name. Karen, Carol, Jill, Shelley, Teresa, Les. One of them says, would you please say hi to my dad at Osco? He listens at work every day. Maybe if Dad knows which one is his daughter. 3-2 delivery instead. Bonham started to throw to third base. No play there with Rennie Stended down. Dyer been a good hitter for him. Now the stretch runner goes. Here's a fastball taken for a strike. A throw to second. He slides. He's out. A double play to retire the side. They ran themselves right out of that second inning. Strike on Duffy Dyer. Perfect bag by Mitterwald to nail Garner at second base. And the double play, the 36th of the year by the Chicago Cubs. And the Pirates in the second inning come up with 1 run, 3 base hits, 1 man left on the bases. So at the end of 1 1/2, the Cubs come to bat with Pittsburgh leading 1-0.
Hello, General Finance. Friendly Bob Adams speaking.
Dorothy Corbett here, Bob. You've seen me in the office with Mr. Corbett?
Yes, Mrs. Corbett.
So before I get the loan, I have to ask, do you think I look better in fuchsia or apple green?
Well, I'm not too good at women.
How about orange?
Orange is nice.
Because they do have something in orange that's just darling.
Sounds pretty.
Maybe the green's more practical. What do you think, Bob?
Well, what color shoes do you
That's
want?
the point. It goes with my shoes. It goes with everything. See, you do know about these things.
Well, that's the one then.
Only thing is, Bob, it has a little dent.
A dent?
On the other hand, it's only 3 years old.
You're buying a 3-year-old dented dress?
I'm talking about a car, Bob. The loan is for a used car.
A car, see, I
mean, I should get something I look good in. Don't you agree?
Oh, yes, might as well, sure.
See, you do know about these things. Oh, thanks for the help, Bob.
It's all right. You can always get a little help from a friend at General Finance.
Over 65 General Finance offices in the Chicagoland area to borrow up to $10,000. Just call Ann over 32020. Also, an office in McHenry.
There's a dead sheet that's been made into a sign, and the bleacher fans out in right field are hanging it right up over the 368-foot mark. Somebody may be requesting to pull it back in. North Naperville, soft. Ditch Club, and it says Go Cubs. Just as I read it, they pull it back over the wall. As long as they just display it between innings, of course, no problem. John Candelaria pitched out of a mild little jam in the first inning, and he blew 3 fastballs by Bobby Mercer. Now faces Jerry Morales, who's made a very fine catch already in the ballgame. And the first pitch to the cut right-hander is the ball. Jerry hitting .269, 3 homers, 24 runs batted in. Here's the windup. Fastball, it's a little high. Ball 2. Candelaria is the fellow who threw that no-hitter last August against the Los Angeles Dodgers. He's just 23 years of age. There's a swing and a high foul down the left field line out of play. Should have a brilliant future. He has excellent control. That, of course, is unusual for such a young pitcher. I almost did, especially for a southpaw. 2-1 pitch. Breaking ball. Hit misses outside, 3-1. He has only walked 9 men this year in almost 52 innings. 3-1 delivery. Fastball. He misses outside. Well, did I put the hex on him by talking about his great control? Didn't try to, but it's all right if we did. That's the first walk. Alvin Dark going over to talk to Morales. Candelaria with his move makes it awfully tough. Now Stargell is going over to talk to him to be sure they understand how Stargell is going to be playing with the man out at first base. De Jesus was successful with a steal in the first inning when Stargell was playing off the bag, and he's doing it now. Creo stepping in, and he takes the first pitch, a strike at the knee. Stargell is playing just in front of the baseline, and he's about 8-9 feet off the bag at first. Most unusual position. Edges back a little bit as Candelaria steps, throws, and the pitch is fouled back out of play. Strike 2 on Creo. Manny hitting .360 for the year. Second to Dave Parker of the Pirates, starting this series in the National League in hitting. 3 home runs for Creo, 17 runs batted in. Stretch the pitch. Fastball, he throws his bat at it, fouls it out of play way down the right field side. 0-2 on the Cubs second baseman. The bleachers are jammed. They're standing out there. Just about all the guys are stripped to the waist. Here's the pitch. Swung on, a high fly ball into left center field. Oliver on the run. He's going to get there. He does. Makes a one-handed catch. And Morales will scamper back to first base. There's one away in the bottom of the second inning. That brings to bat Steve Bonham. He was telling me down and around the batting cage today. He said, I don't know. He says, I just don't feel quite right. He said, I got a kind of a headache. Well, I know some ball players come to the ballpark not feeling too great like Kruko yesterday. They wind up with a super day. Maybe it'll be that way for Olivares today. Going to bat right-handed against Candelaria. Here's the pitch, and he takes a strike. Took a little bit off of that one. Came in on the outside corner. Steve hitting .322. Couple of homers, 18 runs, batted in for the year. Southpaw is ready. Here's the pitch. Swung on. He goes after a fastball just above the knees and fouls it sharply into the seats on the first base side. It's 0-2. This is the only daytime action in the major leagues. Everybody else play under the arch tonight. But boy, what a beautiful day for a ball game. And a big series for both teams. 0-2 delivery instead. He lobs the toss to Stargell. Scampered back to first base, and it was just a toss, not a good pickoff throw. Marino playing over in left center. Candelaria ready. 0-2 delivery, fastball, and he wastes it away. Ball 1, strike 2. George Bitterwald in the on-deck circle. Tomorrow, Rick Russell. Jim Rooker, the probable starting pitchers. Big R day. Stargell gets back to first base, and Candelaria again gives a little toss over there. But most of the time, Stargell is playing way off the bag, and now he gets even farther off the bag at first. Now he edges back another step or so. Creeps back over it again. Here's the pitch. Very high. Ball 2, strike 2. Let's pause for station identification. This is the WGN Chicago Cubs Baseball Network.
This is WGN Radio, Chicago.
One gone. Pittsburgh leading 1-0. Bottom of the second inning. Candelaria into the stretch, steps and throws again to first base, and he again just lobs it over there. Stargell goes back rather slowly. Again the stretch by the left-hander. Here's the pitch. Out of airs, fouls the fastball down the right field side, out of play. Ball 2, strike 2. It's 68 degrees here at the ballpark. Out at Midway Airport at game time, it was 13 degrees warmer, 81 out there. As we got the breeze coming in off the lake again at about 16 miles per hour. 2-2 pitch, swung out and missed. Got him with a fastball down around his knees on the inside corner. His second strikeout of the ball game. His 30th of the year. That brings to bat George Mitterwald, with Morales still out at first base. Lead-off hitter in the first inning, De Jesus single, stole second. That's as far as he got. Now Morales throwing a walk to lead off this inning, and they're 2 away. Mitterwald takes a strike. They got 3 hits in the top of the inning, which was ended with a double play on a steal attempt as the batter took strike 3. Mitterwald making a perfect peg to De Jesus to get him at second base. There's a strike call. He's looked at 2 beauties. Candelaria has got Big George in the hole, 0-2. Mitterwald with 4 homers this year, driven in 15 runs, and he's maintaining a .279 batting average. The 0-2 delivery. Runner goes. He swings and fouls a fastball back out of play. 0-2. Wendy's baseball team, 10 members of them out here today with Coach Darrell Brazel. The backers of that team include Mr. Young, Mr. Lloyd, Mr. Hobbs, all working hard to help the youth on the west side of Chicago. They've been out here just about every day. Expect great turnouts here tomorrow and Sunday. And Sunday, of course, is going to be Men's Sporthead Day. Extra inducement to come on out. Been part of your Memorial Day holiday weekend right here at beautiful Wrigley Field. 0-2 pitch instead of throw to Stargell, who's still not over in the bag at first. Vince Lloyd, Lou Boudreau reporting, Al Aldrich, your engineer, Jack Minovich, our producer. The 0-2 delivery to Mitterwald. He wasted high and outside. Ball 1, strike 2. 23-year-old John Candelaria. Great basketball player in high school, attended the same high school as did Jabbar. 1-2 delivery. Swung on a high foul down the right field side. He didn't have much of a cut at that one. Stargell chasing it, the wind pushing it, and it goes into the seats just beyond the first base dugout. One of the reasons for the success of this Pittsburgh ball club this year, they not only have a well-balanced attack, good hitting in here, they also have better than expected pitching. Their staff earned run average is an excellent one, 3.36. Candelaria leads them. There's a swing and a high fly down the right field line. The wind pushing it, but coming over is Parker. The big guy grabs it in fair territory, just beyond the visiting bullpen, and that retires aside, and Mitterwald didn't have much of a cut at that one either. No runs, no hits, a walk, and again the Cubs leave a man on, and at the end of 2 innings of play at Wrigley Field, Candelaria is to lead off in the top of the batting order, with the Pirates leading 1-0.
You've read good things about him, you've admired him on the street, and now you want one. No, I'm not talking about a good-looking gal. I mean a new rotary engine Mazda, but who do you buy it from? You can make the rounds of all the little Mazda dealers in town, or you can save yourself a lot of time and trouble by coming out to the largest selling Mazda dealer in Chicagoland, Fireside Mazda in Schaumburg. At Fireside, you won't shop from a brochure. You'll get to see all the models firsthand. Fireside always has over 80 GLCs in stock at all times, including plenty of sporty little piston-engine Mazda Misers, too. No doubt about it. You'll like Fireside's low prices, too. You'll even find their showroom a welcome change of pace from ordinary dealers. You'll find couches, easy chairs, snuggled up to a big homey fireplace. The coffee's always on, and the salespeople are always considerate. Visit Fireside, Chrysler Plymouth Mazda on Gulf Road, just west of the Woodfield Shopping Center in Schaumburg. No doubt about it. You'll enjoy shopping at Fireside.
Well, you can feel the excitement, Lou, whenever they get a man on base. Although they went down in order in that first inning, but as soon as Oliver got on at the start of that second inning, you could tell that there was going to be something brewing.
Well, this is an exciting ball club as long as you can run. When you run, you put a lot of action into the ball game. Candelaria will lead off. He's 3 for 16, but he's made good use of those 3 hits. He has 4 RBIs. First pitch to him. Swing and a foul, out of play. Strike 1. Pirates lead the Cubs 1-0. Candelaria, left-handed hitter. Slow curveball inside and low. 1-1 to count. Morales playing in left center, playing Candelaria to swing late. He does and fouls it off. Out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Strike 3 called as Candelaria thought that ball was going to be low. First strikeout. Second strikeout for Bonham. Now here's the top of the order, Marino. Grounded to first base, Bittner, and he handled a play unassisted to open up the game. Bonham's first pitch on its way, a curveball, swing and a miss. To try to get on base. He's quick. He can run. Taveras is playing in on the edge of the grass at third base. Here's the strike 1 pitch. Fastball, he attempts to bunt, but pops it up, and Bonham has it just in front of the charging trio for the second out. 2 outs now, and here's Taveras. Another speedster, shortstop. Taveras bunted and was out to Bittner. Pirates 1, Cubs nothing, top of the third inning. First pitch by Bonham, curveball low, ball 1. One ball pitch. Swing and a miss on another curveball. That one was an overhand curveball over the strike zone. 1-1 to count now. Even though Taveras is a right-handed hitter, Taveras isn't giving him anything at third. He's in on the edge of the grass. Swing and a high chopping ball to the second baseman. Trio has it. Throws to first in time. In the third inning, no runs, no hits. Nobody left on base for the Pirates. Cubs come to bat, trailing 1-0.
Water from God's country. Sparkling, pure spring water. Gottlieb Heilemann spent years looking for water like this. He found it in La Crosse, Wisconsin in 1853. Heilemann still uses this water today to double brew a great light beer called Old Style. in a traditional old-world way called cloisening. Cloisening is the most natural way to brew beer and the most expensive. But at Old Style, we don't aim to make the most beer, only the best. That's why we use cloisening and sparkling, pure Wisconsin spring water. Taste the difference they make. Try Old Style, pure brewed in God's country. G. Harleman Brewing Company, La Crosse, Wisconsin.
In the third inning, Bill Bonham will lead off, the same as Candelaria did in the top of the inning. Bonham will be followed by De Jesus and Klein. No other action this afternoon, but St. Louis sitting by, and they know that if they win tonight against Montreal, they'll gain a game on somebody ahead of them, as the Cubs are ahead of them, and also the Pirates. Cubs 2 games ahead of St. Louis. Here's a swing and a miss by Bonham, strike 1. While the Cardinals trail Pittsburgh by 3.5 games. Strike 1 pitch by the southpaw. Fastball pop foul out of the net. Strike 2. Parker, the right fielder, only about 25 feet off of the right field line. Moreno very shallow in center. There's a swing and a foul into the bullpen down the right field line. Two strikes to Bill Bonham. Curveball popped up right behind second base. Stennett is there. Now he moves in and grabs it for the out. 1 out. De Jesus, who singled to open up this ball game. He has the only hit of Candelaria thus far. Pirates 1, Cubs nothing. Third inning. Tall Candelaria into the windup. There's the pitch. Fastball for a strike call, says Doug Harvey. One out, nobody on base. The pitch on its way. High. 1-1 to count. Stargell at first, Stennett at second, Tavares at short, and Gardner at third. 1-1 pitch. Curveball pop foul. Talking about Gardner at third. Pirates traded for Gardner and Tommy Helms and a minor league pitcher by the name of Chris Batten. But they gave up Justy, Doc Medich, Rich Langford, Doug Blair. Here's a swing, a fly ball to right field. Parker's there, he has it. 2 outs. And that's not all. They gave up Mitchell, Page, and a minor leaguer, Tony Armas. Mitchell and Page having a great season thus far with the Oakland A's. So they gave up quite a few men for Gardner, but he's filling the spot that was vacated when Hefner was traded to Philadelphia. Or I should say, a free agent signed. First pitch now to Klein. Ball. Klein's flied out to Oliver in left field, first time at bat. 2 outs, nobody on base. Ball 1 pitch. Swing and a foul into the upper deck. Oh, it hits the facades and down to the folks below. One and one to count now to Klein's. Candelaria is ready. Here's the pitch. A fastball, and he fouls it down the right field line. This is an indication that Candelaria's fastball is a little quick for the bats of the Cubs thus far. He really whips that ball in there, and he's got a good curveball with it. The pitch, there's the curveball, and Klein just called out on strikes. 3 strikeouts for Candelaria in the 3rd inning. For the Cubs, no runs, no hits, nobody left on base. At the end of 3, Pittsburgh 1, the Chicago Cubs nothing.
You've got a lot riding on your next move. That's why it should be riding with the mover you know, Mayflower Moving and Storage. Because all interstate movers charge about the same, and you're not going to risk moving your household possessions with anyone but the best. Call Mayflower Moving and Storage in Elmhurst, 279-0060. Moving Chicagoans everywhere. What's your next move? Call Mayflower Moving and Storage, 279-0060.
Change to Cam 2 motor oil. Tough enough for any car.
These kind of roads, I need a 4-wheel drive. My kind of driving, I need Cam 2. Change your road to Cam 2 alone. It's tough enough for me. You love it, Cam 2.
The Cam is really pretty.
Cam 2 motor oil. Race tough to run tough in any car.
From Sunoco.
Now it's Sears, Zare, Pennies, and Turnstile.
You know, to describe these uniforms of the Pirates, it's canary yellow pants trimmed down the side with 2 black stripes, then a white stripe in between. They have a white jersey with red or yellow and black stripes along the jerseys. They also have a complete black jersey. Here's the first pitch to the first hitter here in the 4th inning. It's Parker. He has a yellow helmet on. They have an old-timer's cap on, as the coaches wear, with a yellow stripe just around the cap. There's a pitch inside. 1-1 to count. I don't know when and how they wear the black jerseys, but they are in the clubhouse. Swinging a foul out of play on one of Bonham's fastballs.
Well,
1 ball, 2 strikes.
I think they've got about a half a dozen different kinds of uniforms. They're going to lead
Half
the
a
league.
dozen?
They're going to lead. Yeah, different kinds of uniforms. Going to lead the league sartorially. And in clothing.
1-2 pitch. A let up. Foul down the right field line. Right over the dugout. They have bright yellow jackets, black sleeves with yellow stripes down the arms. One ball, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Curveball popped up. Trio back on the outfield grass at second base. Now he moves in to the dirt part of the infield and makes the catch for the out. 1 out. Al Oliver. Chuck Tanner says the reason Parker is hitting so well, even though he's a very fine hitter, he's 0 for 2 today, but he entered this ball game hitting .371, is because of this fellow at the plate. There's a strike call. Al Oliver. Bonham's next pitch. Outside, ball 1. Oliver hitting .311, and he has 1 hit today. Next pitch is inside. Ball 2, strike 1. The pitch on its way. Let up. Tap foul. That's Bonham's bread and butter pitch when he's in a ball game and has control with that good fastball. He gets ahead of the hitters or even with them. That let up is a great pitch. 2-2 pitch. Swinging a ground ball to second baseman. Trio has it. Tosses it to Bittner for the out. 2 outs in the 4th inning. Pirates lead 1-0, scoring 1 run in the 2nd inning. When they touched bottom for all of the 3 hits that they have thus far. Here's Stargell at bat. 395 career home runs. First pitch. Curveball low. Ball 1. Stennett due up next. Bonham is ready. Ball 1 pitch is a let up. Low. Ball 2, no strike. The pitch on its way. Fastball for a strike, and he had a little extra on that one. And you know, he had to have a little extra on it to get it past Stargell because he would be swinging on a 2-0 pitch with 2 outs, nobody on base. 2-1 pitch. Another fastball, but that one is just inside. 3-1, so be careful of this one. The pitch on its way. Let up, tap foul, down to the coach. Munchak at first base, and now the count is 3-2. 2 outs, nobody on base, 4th inning. Pirates lead 1-0. Bonham is ready, gets a sign from Mitterwald. Here's the pitch. Fastball, there's one hit deep to left center. Way back. Finds it near the wall, and he has it for the out. Bonham was on his knees on the mound. He thought that ball was gone, and so did a couple of other reporters and radio men. But that wind is cool coming off of the lake. It held it up. Kleins took it for the out. In the 4th inning, no runs, no hits, nobody left on base. At the end of 3.5 innings of play, Pittsburgh 1, Cubs nothing. No runs, no hits, nobody left on base. At the end of 3.5 innings of play, Pittsburgh 1, Cubs nothing.
Fans, when you think about it, signs are important to the ebb and flow of any baseball game. There's a sign for hit and run, signs to steal, bunt, and a whole lot more to remember. Now, when it comes to the ebb and flow of beer drinking, there's only one sign you have to remember, and that's the sign on bottles or cans of Heilmann's Old Style. What gives this beer its great light flavor? Well, Old Style is brewed in God's country, where the skies are clear, the air is clean and crisp, and the sparkling pure Wisconsin spring water flows from deep beneath the ground. Some folks say all the way from Canada. With water like this, when you brew a beer once, you've got a good beer. But when you brew a beer twice, you've got a great light beer. This double brewing, pure brewing process is called krausening. It's the most natural way to brew beer and the most expensive. Try Old Style, pure brewed in God's country.
Larry Bittner will lead off the 4th inning for the Cubs. And if that's the indication of how that wind is blowing and keeping that ball in the ballpark off of Stargell's bat, it'd be tough to get a home run today. Here's a swing and a line drive over Candelaria's head into center field for a base hit. Bittner didn't wait. Second hit for the Cubs. Here's Mercer, who struck out in the 1st inning. Tying run at first base for the Cubs, if they can move him around. Stargell still off first base. Don't make any difference whether a left-handed hitter or a right-handed hitter is at bat with a man on first. He's still off of that base. Curveball for a strike call to Mercer. Bittner with his lead just behind Stargell. Candelaria has a sign. He's into the stretch. The pitch. Swinging a one-hopper right to Stargell. He touches first, but cannot throw to second. Well, there's the merit of playing right there as Mercer hit that ball well. Very hard. Stargell went after the ball and said, look at here, it's in its glove. On a short hop, he was so startled, instead of forcing Bittner at second, he ran over and touched first. Bittner advances to second. One out, Jerry Morales walked in the second inning. First pitch to Jerry on its way. Outside, fastball, ball one. Bittner with a tying run is at second base, one out. Ed Oliver is playing a shallow center field. One ball pitch on its way. Strike call as Morales was going after the pitch, but it was over the outside corner, so he decided not to swing. 1-1 the count now to Jerry. Here's the 1-1 pitch by Candelaria. Fastball swing, a line drive. Base hit to center field. Here comes Bittner. Here is Oliver's throw to the plate. Cut off. Stargell throw to second. Gets Morales, but the score is tied. That's exactly what the base runner is supposed to do. Go on to second if the throw is to the plate. And where Oliver was playing, it could have been close. Stargell, the cutoff man, seeing Morales go to second, cut off the ball. And with one out, that allows the tying run to score. But Morales is thrown out at second base. But it's a brand new ball game. 1-1. Morales is out 8-3-4. Here's Trio at bat. Curveball for a strike call. Each team now with 1 run, 3 hits. Swing and a foul back to the screen. 2 strikes on Trio. Cubs 1, Pirates 1, 4th inning. The pitch from Candelaria. Inside. Ball 1, strike 2 as he wasted that one. Here's the pitch on the way. Swing and a foul back to the screen. Trio just missing that good fastball. Candelaria now gets his sign. He has his windup. He takes it. The pitch to Trio. Fastball swing. There's one hit deep to left center. Way back. Going. Hey, gets it to fly. A home run. Manny Trio puts the Cubs ahead with his 4th home run of the season. And you know very well that ball had to be tagged. So the little fella has a lot of strength in those wrists and those arms as that ball landed in the second row in the bleachers. Cubs lead 2-1. Here is Ontiveros at bat. High, ball 1. Danner is not waiting. He's going to warm up somebody right now. He doesn't want to get the Cubs out in front by too many runs. Curveball for a strike taken. Jones is warming up. A right-hander for the Pirates. 1-1 pitch. Checks his swing in time. They ask for the appeal. First base umpire Pryor says no. He held up. Cubs 2, Pirates 1. We're in the 4th inning. The pitch down to Barris. High outside, ball 3. Let's pause 5 seconds for station identification. This is the WGN Chicago Cubs Baseball Network.
This is WGN Radio, Chicago.
Tavares takes a strike over the outside corner. Full count now, 3-2. Bittner opening up the inning with a single. Mercer grounded out to Stargell. Morales singled in a tying run. And then Trio hit a home run. There's a ground ball past Gardner for a base hit. Candelaria curved down Tavares on the 3-2 pitch. But he was protecting the plate and shot a single to left field. That's the fourth hit in the inning for the Cubs, and now 3/4 of that infield is around Candelaria to try to settle him down. I think the home run by Trio really upset him because Stargell, in this reporter's opinion, hit one as hard as he could to left center. Bonham thought it was out, but it was high enough that the wind held it in for Klein. Sherry, pitching coach, now out there talking to Candelaria. 2 outs. Tavares at first base and Mitterwall the hitter. Cubs lead 2-1. Mitterwall levels the bat over the plate. Candelaria is set. Here's the pitch. Fastball for a strike call. Stargell once again. He's playing about 8 feet or 10 feet off of the bag. The pitch. Curveball, swing, a ground ball to third baseman. Gardner has it. Throws to Stargell for the out. That closes the 4th inning, but not before the Cubs score. 2 runs. 4 hits. 1 man left on base. At the end of 4 complete innings of play, Cubs 2, Pittsburgh 1. When is a week 10 days long? When it's National True Test Paint Week at True Value Hardware stores. From May 25th through June 4th, you'll find True Test paints at special prices. For example, you can choose True Test Easy Care Latex White Enamel, the wash and wear child-proof wall paint in white and 40 colors. Or True Test Weatherall Acrylic Latex House Paint, the latex that flows on easily, dries quickly, in white and 35 colors. They're both just $8.97 a gallon. True Value Hardware stores offer these True Test paints and more at special prices during National True Test Paint Week from May 25th through June 4th at participating True Value Hardware stores. No matter where you live, you'll find a True Value Hardware store nearby to serve you.
Still buzzing here at the ballpark after that smash off the bat of Manny Trio, his 4th home run of the year. All of them have come in this month of May, and all of them right here at Wrigley Field. And Bill Bonham now, nursing a 1-run lead, will be facing Rennie Stennett, the second baseman, who singled in the 2nd inning. Bill Garner, who singled and drove in their only run of the day. And then the catcher, Duffy Dyer. With the runner going from first base and 2 strikes on Dyer, he struck out. Mitterwald's perfect peg to De Jesus nailed Garner for a double play. Rennie Stennett now hitting just about 291 or 292 for the year. Up in the first pitch. Curveball, it's a little bit low. Ball 1. Well, we've got a couple of young, fine baseball players we want to talk about here in a moment. From Northwestern. 1-0 pitch. Swung on. He lines a deep foul down the right field side out of play. 1-1 on him. Fellow who led the Big Ten in hitting this spring from Glenbrook South. junior up at Northwestern. Kurt Brooks. All he did is hit .442 for the Wildcats. Fastball fouled out of play, way to the upper deck on the right side. 1-2. Baseball coach, the Wildcats, Jordan McKenna, out here this afternoon with his business manager, Ed Lutz. They also had the leading RBI man of the Big Ten down up at Northwestern. Sophomore Dave Hogue. Here's the pitch. Let up, swung on, ground ball, deep in the hole. De Jesus, long throw. He is well safe at first base. Bittner with a long stretch across the infield. Must have had his foot an inch or so off the bag. And Paul Pryor has ruled that the speedy runner, he's done it, he is on at first base. The play. Bittner thought they had him. The infield single, and Stennett is 2 for 2. They have to keep an eye on him. He has 12 stolen bases in 17 attempts. Connor, good hit and run man stepping in. Right-hander singled in a run in the second. Formally with the A's. A throw to first. Stennett back standing. Tim Ketcher, sophomore Dave Hogue, led the Big Ten in runs batted in with 57. Here's the pitch. Fastball into tight, just above the knees to the right-handed hitting Garner. 1-0. Pirates with a potential tying run on at first on an infield single. Remember, they love to run. Stretch by Bonham, the runner doesn't go. A swing and a high fly ball to the left fielder, Gene Kleins. It's going to be caught. He waits, comes in a few steps, ahead of baby. One gone. So Garner can't get the man up to second. That'll bring up the catcher, Duffy Dyer, who struck out in the second. That resulted in a double play and retired the side. The 13th time that Duffy has spanned this year. He has been hitting well. Bonham with a pair of strikeouts for the day, giving up 4 hits, including the infield single here by Stennett. Right-hander into the stretch. Pitch to Duffy, swung on, he loops a high fly ball down the right field foul line. Mercer coming over, crosses the line, and the wind pushes it into the box seats, out of play. Well, it really had an effect on that one. With a high sky here today, bright sky, and the wind blowing the way it is, right field can be very, very tricky. Just about any spot can be at Wrigley Field on a day like this. But despite that strong wind blowing in Manny Trio, line to homer. And that has given the Cubs the lead, 2-1 here in the 5th. Bonham working on the catcher, Duffy Dyer. Go to first. Slides back in head first safely. Strike one pitch coming up. Here's a stretch. The kick to pitch. Way low and outside, ball 1, strike 1. Stennett has given no indication of going. And Dyer now looking down to the third base coach, Joe Lynette, to see whether or not they might have a hit and run or whether the runner might be trying to go. He has a pretty good lead. Bonham steps off the pitching rubber. Dyer steps out of the batter's box. Stennett still with a pretty good lead now as Bonham plants that right foot back in the rubber. Wants another set of signs. He's got it. He's ready. Throws to first. Runner back safely. Pretty good move that time by Bill. Boy, these are really colorful uniforms these Pirates are wearing. 1 out, 1-1 delivery. Another throw to first. And he falls back in the bag safely again. Doesn't bother to shake much of the dirt off those bright lemon yellow pants. There he goes. Here's a pitch out. Mitterwald's throw. De Jesus puts the tag on him. He is out. will work. Mitterwald smelling it coming. All for the pitch out. Bennett still on his back out on second base. Looks like he might have hurt his back. Trying to go in there. He's been shot down for the 6th time this year out of 18 attempts. And Mitterwald is 2 for 2 against the Pirates here today in stolen base attempts. Trainer out there talking, checking Rennie Stennett. He had that right leg extended well out in front of him. The peg had him beat by plenty. De Jesus putting the tag on him. Went in hard on his back into second base. They're helping him to his feet now. Al Monchak. And the trainer, Tony Bartiromo, out there. He's flexing his knees. Now he's going to walk off under his own power. Ron Mitterwald has made 2 fine pegs. But he sensed that one was coming. Just as we did, we saw Stennett extend that lead after Lynette had given another set of signs to the hitters. So the count is 2-1. There's a strike call. Right at the knees. Ball 2, strike 2. Bases are empty. Cubs with a 2-1 lead. We're in the 5th inning. Bonham on the windup. Here's the delivery. That ball broke into the dirt. Ball 3, strike 2 on Duffy Dyer. The pitcher due up next. Happy birthday to Carl Groh, celebrating his 82nd birthday. Right out here at Wrigley Field today. Wind up 3-2 pitch. Dyer takes the fastball that misses inside at the knees. That's the first walk issued by Bonham, and it brings up the pitcher, 23-year-old John Candelaria. Looked at strike 3 when he led off the 3rd inning. Stretched the pitch. Fastball swung out, a bouncing ball back to the mound. It's going to be easy. Bonham's got him by plenty. That retires the side. Easy one-hopper. No runs for the Bucks in the 5th. 1 hit, a walk, man caught stealing, 1 man left on. So the Cubs come to bat at Wrigley Field in the bottom of the 5th inning, and Bill Bonham is going to lead off. The Cubs are leading 2-1.
Hello, General Finance. Friendly Bob Adams speaking.
Bob, can you handle an emergency loan?
I think so.
I'll need a loan for moving expenses because I finally went and did it.
Who's this?
The guy they said wouldn't do it.
Who?
Steve Kelly. And you know what?
You did it.
Right. Went right in and said, boss, I've had it with these crazy working hours. And furthermore, I don't think much of my salary here either. Isn't that good what I said?
What happened, Mr. Kelly?
He fired me.
That's not good.
Yeah, I got another job, though. That's not bad, is it?
No, that's good.
No, that's bad. It's in another state, Bob.
Oh, well, there's good and bad and everything, I guess.
You know, Bob, there's good and bad in everything, I guess.
I heard that somewhere.
So, about that emergency loan?
Well, you can always get a little help from a
I
friend.
want you to think about something, Bob.
Yes.
It's nice to know you can always get a little help from a friend at General Finance.
Over 65 General Finance offices in the Chicagoland area to borrow up to $10,000. Call Andover 3-2020. Also an office in Mundelein. Well, some of the gals out here with the tank tops today. Brought up with the halter tops. Enjoying the bright summer sunshine. And a nice cool breeze off the lake and some of the delicious refreshments here at Wrigley Field. Ladies' Day at the ballpark, as it will be every Friday. The Cubs are home this year. Take advantage of it, gals. Bonham popped up when he led off the 3rd. Candelaria in the windup, the left-hander's first pitch. Fastball swung on. He's late, fouls it down the right field line. Into the box seats, out of play. Steve, rank 1 on Bill. Wind up the pitch. Curve. Misses outside. Ball 1, strike 1. White Sox tonight taking on the Yankees in New York, and we wish them good luck 1-1 pitch. Strike call, the fastball. 1-2. Ken Brett going after his 6th one of the year, facing the Catfish. Hunter 1-3 for the Yankees. 1-2 pitch. Fastball. Taken for a strike. He thought it was going to be outside at the knees. But the call goes to John Candelaria. The 23-year-old left-hander has his 4th strikeout of the day. He starts today with the best earned run average among the regular starting pitchers in the National League. Candelaria does. That homer off of him was only the 3rd he's given up this year. Here's Iván de Jesús, who singled, stolen 2nd, and flied to right. Right-hander swings a fastball, jams him, he fouls it back out of play. Shepherd Astro, varsity baseball team from Palos Heights out here enjoying this exciting ball game today. Shepherd Astro, varsity team from Palos Heights. 0-1 delivery. Jesus tries to bunt the fastball, gets it out near the mound. Candelaria picks it up, whirls and throws. He's got him. Jesus really hustling down the line. He got it a little bit nearer the pitcher's mound than he wanted to. Candelaria off the mound in a hurry. He's a good athlete. Not every pitcher can feel that position that well, but his momentum, of course, carries him a bit off the mound towards the third base side, and that helped him in that spot. Base is empty for Gene Kleins, who's flied to left and looked at strike 3 today against these old Pittsburgh teammates. Started today hitting .390. Here's the pitch. Right-hander takes. Fastball's a little high, ball 1. Nobody on, 2 gone, 2-1 score Cubs. Bottom of the 5th. Wind up the delivery. Swung on. Fouls it over to the first base side. From Dwight, Illinois. Here in their annual outing. They say the 18 from Dwight. Celebrating birthdays and anniversaries at beautiful Wrigley Field. How about you? You make it tomorrow or Sunday? I hope so. Number 18, Gene Klein, stepping back in there. Candelaria in the windup, 1-1 delivery. Fastball swung on, he fouls it back out of play, and this guy is big and strong. He can challenge you with that fastball. He did with Trio. Manny responded to that challenge with his 4th home run in this month of May. Now the windup, 1-2 pitch, swung on, a high pop-up into right field. Dave Parker is there, drifting in and to his left. The big fella gloves it one-handed, and the Cubs in the 5th inning go down in order. Now at the end of 5 at Wrigley Field, Pittsburgh will send the top of the batting order up against Bill Bonham with the score the Cubs 2, the Pirates 1. You know, Lou, I think Al Gaines travels as much as we do with those car-buying trips he takes to Detroit every week.
You know, Al logs a lot of air miles, Vince, all right, but we should tell the fans we're talking about Al Gaines, president of Fireside Chrysler Pennant.
We better also tell them when it comes to one-of-a-kind, executive-driven used cars. There's no doubt about it. Al Gaines keeps Fireside on top.
That's right, fans. Al flies to Detroit every 2 weeks to purchase luxurious autos pre-driven by Chrysler Corporation executives. These cars have really been babied. In some cases, they're barely broken in.
And in most cases, they're loaded with expensive options. Boy, it costs you thousands of dollars to order a new car with all the elegant convenience equipment that these cars have.
But because these autos are slightly used, and because Al buys volume and saves a bundle, you do too.
Save on Town and Country wagons, New Yorkers and Newports and Cordobas, or pick a Dodge Monaco or a Plymouth Duster or Fury. Fireside has them all. And there's always between 25 and 50 in stock at Fireside Chrysler Plymouth on Golf Road, just west of the Woodfield Shopping Center in Schaumburg.
Now, if you want something really special in executive cars, there's no doubt about it. Fireside Chrysler Plymouth's the place to shop.
Bill Bonham will be facing Omar Marino. He tried to bunt his last time up in the 3rd, and he popped it up to the pitcher. He grounded out to Larry Bittner when he led off the ball game. So he's 0 for 2 today. Left-hander with excellent speed, a good man to keep off the bases. Hey, we got a gas-saving and fun-to-do idea for your group, your club, or your organization. An afternoon of baseball right out here at the ballpark. Manager of group sales, Ernie Banks, and his staff will arrange for everything from tickets to transportation. Charter bus service can bring the whole gang right out here to the ballpark. First pitch. Sexy swing. It's a strike. For complete details about the Ernie Banks special group package, call. Here's the pitch. Fastball. He takes it inside. 1-1. EB71919. That's EB71919. Area code 312. Call collect if you live out of town. Message furnished by the Cubs. 1-1 pitch. Dips a little low. 2-1 on Marino. Ball 2, strike 1. Dangerous guy to let reach. Bonham has not been behind many hitters. Here's the pitch. Fastball, and he fouls it out of play to the left side. Bonham looks like he's determined that this guy is going to get out. He's going to have to hit his way on. Came in with a good fastball. Marino carrying that black bat to the plate. White canary yellow helmet. Same for the pants. White shirts with the outstanding deep vertical stripe. Here's a swing at him as he got him. A good fastball. Right about hip high and in on him. 3 strikeouts for Bonham today. 36 for the year for him. And here's Frankie Tavares. When he tried to reach with a bunt in the first inning, ball bounced up and hit him when he was out in front of the plate in fair territory. Then he bounced out. Look out! Pitch inside, and it nicks him on the left hip. I think it's on the hip, maybe the hand. Once more, the trainer, Tony Barterome, is coming out to check one of his players, but he says he's okay. Oh, it's not a fastball. Just didn't break. Pulling on a golf glove in that right hand. Golf clubs on or batting gloves on both hands when he's on the bases. Maybe to protect his hands when he slides, huh? Hit batsman. They have the potential tying run on base. Left-hander Dave Parker to be followed by another left-hander to be followed by another left-hander. Parker 0 for 2 is lined to left field. The throw to first. He's back safely, and he's popped up. Started the day hitting .371. Big left-hander. Great skill. There's a throw to first, and he almost picked him off. Parker is determined to win the National League Batting Championship this year. He says, not only this year, he says, I think I can do it several times. He's too big to argue with. Does a throw to first, and he had a little bit more steam on that one. He would have nailed him. One gone. Another throw to first, and Tavares is back safely again. Bittner almost lost it that time on the throw from Bonham. Tavares has their best record. He is 18-3. Leads them in stolen bases. Doing a little dog trot over there to try to get himself loosened up. That's the tying run at first base. Now he takes a pretty good lead over at first. Bonham into the stretch. Wheels another throw. Got his hand down the bag just in time to avoid being picked off. Got to keep these guys on. Mitterwald has thrown out 2 men today trying to steal. Here's a stretch. There he goes. Pitch out. Mitterwald throw. He slides. He's safe. That time, Mitterwald, despite the pitch out, had a little difficulty getting the ball in his grasp. Then he tried to hurry the throw, and it was too high. That's all it takes for a guy like Tavares to get in there, but the stolen base is 19th of the year. Shot not only 3 times. George had the right idea. Call for the pitch out. Then there was just a fraction of a second there while he was getting the ball in his grasp out of that catcher's mitt. And he hurried to throw it and sailed up high. So runner at second with 1 away. Bonham wheels but makes no throw to second base. Nobody covering. Now the shortstop gets in. He throws and he's back in safely. Working hard to keep that man close to second base. Now you better concentrate on the hitter. Here's the pitch. Swing on a miss. Beauty. Broke down sharply. Good sinker. Parker with 8 homers this year, including a grand slammer last Sunday against the Dodgers. They split that 4-game series with the Western Division leaders. Bonham ready with a 1-1 delivery. Here it comes. Fastball, swung on, fouled, right up in front of our booth, up under the net. Ball 1, strike 2. Parker was not a very high draft choice by the Pirates. A lot of ball clubs were fearful that the football knee injury he had suffered, the surgery that resulted, try to steal third. They wanted to protect him. Ball 1, strike 2, remains the count as Mitterwald goes out to talk to Bonham. Parker, the right fielder, and of course there's constant comparison with him and the late great Roberto Clemente. But as so many say, there's only one Clemente. Last year he had 313, drove in 90 runs. Bonham has his work cut out. 1-2 pitch, fastball swung on. He bounces over the pitcher's mound. Bears holds. The Jesús charges in, picks it up, throws. He's safe. But there is going to be interference called as Tavares, the runner, interfered with Iván de Jesús trying to make the pickup on that ball. And I want to congratulate the second base umpire, Andy Olson. He did not hesitate after that runner was out at first base in making that call. Ball was a high chopper over the pitcher's mound to the shortstop side, and De Jesus had to almost literally push Tavares out of his way to get to that ball. And that you cannot do if you're a base runner. You've got to give that fielder a chance to get to that ball without any interference or obstruction. Chuck Tanner out there beeping about it, but he has got to lose this argument. Runner at second is out. And listen to this crowd roar. Credit to Jesus with the put out. And Parker will be on at first base. I think they'll just rule it a fielder's choice for him. Stick around. There may be a lot happening, not only the rest of today, but the rest of this weekend, as these two teams are really keyed up. Now Oliver stepping in, and a throw to first base to keep Parker on. Despite his size, he can fly. Left-hander, Al Oliver. Swings and he misses. Strike 1 and a healthy cut. They rule it just as we gave it to you. A fielder's choice and the put out to the shortstop, De Jesus. There's the pitch. Oliver lifts that front foot and he takes it low. Ball 1, strike 1. He does that a la Larry Bittner. Out of the great Mellot. Lifts the front foot. This is the pitch approaching it. Throw to first and Parker back in safely. Let's say Parker's big. He's 6'5", about 230. He'll be 26 in June. Here's a pitch. Oliver was going to bunt. Meadowall asked the appeal, and he is out of there. It's a strike, I should say, not out of there. A little premature. He was going to claim that he did not go through with the bunt attempt on the pitch around his knees, but Meadowall quickly asked for the appeal, and he won it from Crawford, the third base umpire. So the count on him, 1-2. Bonham will throw to first. Look out, he almost threw it away. Bittner had to come way off the bag, prevent it from going into foul territory. 2-1 score. Cubs leading. Pirates batting in the sixth with 2 away. They have 4 hits off Bonham. Cubs have 5, including trios. Homer. There goes a runner, a swing and a drive into left field. That's going to be in there for a base hit. Here comes Parker to right at third. Klein slips and falls. Parker is going to score the tying run. A liner down the left field line. And Gene Klein lost his footing as he hustled over just beyond the Cub bullpen, trying to keep that ball in there so that Parker would not be able to score. But suddenly his spikes went out from under him. Parker, as I just told you a moment ago, can really turn it on. Seeing that, was able to keep right on going. And it will be a double and a run batted in for Al Oliver. And the ball game is tied 2 apiece, and Willie Stargell steps in there, not going to pitch to him. He will be walked intentionally. Hit number 5 for the Pirates. An intentional base on balls given now to Willie Stargell. Willie starting today, hitting .306. He hit a drive his last time at bat that looked for all the world as though it would go into the bleachers for a homer, but the wind pushed it back in. And then Jerry Morales robbed him of extra bases with a great running catch in the second inning. He's hit the ball hard twice. And rather than face him, they're going to work on Rennie Stennett, a right-hander, with runners at first and second. 2 gone, it's tied at 2. Stennett, 2 for 2 today. An infield single on a base hit into right field. Bonham into the stretch. First pitch. Very high, ball 1. Let's pause for station identification. This is the WGN Chicago Cubs Baseball Network.
This is WGN Radio, Chicago.
Bonham getting his sign. Stennett, a tough hitter. Feet close together. Here's the pitch to him. He swings. Chops one to Oliveris at third. Should retire the side. Here's the peg to Bittner. He's got him. He bounces out to Oliveris. So the intentional walk to Stargell pays off. But they tie it up. Strikeout, a hit batsman, stolen base, then an interference call against the runner. A fielder's choice, and a double by Oliver ties it up. The only hit in the inning. 2 men left on. The Cubs come to bat in the bottom of the 6th at Wrigley Field. Bittner, Mercer, and Morales to face John Candelaria. Pirates 2 and the Cubs 2.
Friends, now you can get a book on how to enjoy the great outdoors from True Value Hardware Stores. It's their spring and summer catalog, and it's full of lawn and garden items designed to make your great outdoor work more enjoyable. Like the Lawn Chief 3.5 horsepower 20-inch rotary mower. It has an easy lift starter, fingertip height adjustments, and a handle that folds for storage. You'll also enjoy the price. It's just $109.99 at True Value Hardware Stores. Then store your lawn and garden item outdoors where they're easy to get at, but still out of the way. Invest in the Aero Greenbrier 5x10 foot storage building. The construction is weather tight and water resistant, so there's little or no maintenance. See these items and more in the spring and summer catalog. Get them at participating True Value Hardware Stores.
Floyd with you here at Wrigley Field. Bittner singled leading off the fourth inning. Singled sharply on the first pitch up the middle. And he came in on Jerry Morales' base hit. So he's 1 for 2 today against Candelaria. The wind-up in the pitch. Takes one that drifts inside. Ball 1. Deleri. Right now, Dave Parker and Manny Trio are only 2 points apart in their batting average for the leadership in the National League. Fastball, a little high, 2-0. Parker right now, according to my figures, hitting .364, and Trio hitting .362. 2-0 delivery to Bittner. Here it is. Fastball swung on, and he fouls it down the left field side out of play. It's 2-1. Big group of 110 here from Chicago today, representing the American Invesco Company. Eloise Matflair in charge. Sitting in section 110 and 11. And they're seeing a honey of a ball game. 2-1 delivery. Fastball. The big guy misses outside. It's 3-1. From Northbrook, a welcome to the Boys Town Alumni Association. Jimmy O'Connell with them. Bittner with a 3-1 pitch coming up, levels the bat. Here's the windup and the pitch. Swung on, he got under it, fouled it back up onto the net. 3-2 on it. Galion, Michigan. Dennis Miller with a group from Galion High School. Some 36 of them. Perfect weather. Windup, 3-2 pitch. Fastball, Bittner swing, ground ball, makes hit. And it's the big side. Holy mackerel. I beg your pardon. There was the ball going right up the middle. And here is what happened. It hit the bag at second and caromed sharply over to the shortstop side. And there was Tavares to grab it on the run and throw him out. There's a situation where the bag at second robbed Larry Bittner of a hit. It was going right up the middle. What a wild game this is. Demon. I apologize for being premature in the call. If it doesn't hit the bag just exactly the way it did, he's on. Here's Bobby Mercer. Fakes a bunt and takes a strike. He is struck out and grounded out today. I have never seen it happen just like that. Candelaria ought to go over there and pat that second base bag in gratitude. Big fella delivers a ball outside. Took a little off of it. He's a good pitcher, though. Takes nothing away from him. Fastball, he swings and misses. 1-2. Our neighbors at WGN, Gordon Tech High School. There's a group out here today. Gordon Tech, a group of 20. Gregory Poterick in charge. Ball 1, strike 2 pitch to Mercer. Fastball, he takes it outside, 2-2. Another group from Michigan, from Grand Rapids. 43 from the Northeast Junior High in Grand Rapids here. Ball 2, strike 2 pitch. Mercer gets under it. Hey, that ball is back deep to right field. Back goes Parker, back to the wall. It is a no-hitter. Left lead, 3-2 of Bobby Mercer. On his way to second as it plays that pitch triumphantly. That's for Bobby and seventh bell ringer of the year. Holy mackerel, is that a beautiful sight? You couldn't be sure. Big welcoming delegation in that Cubs dugout. Cubs' second home run of the day. Now Morales steps in, takes the curve for a strike. Let me tell you, could be a 2-run lead. Except for that crazy ball off the bat of Bittner that hit the bag at second and deflected to the shortstop. There's a swing. Hey, that ball is hit way back and left. Hey, high up the line. And it's going to be a stand-up double. Al Oliver leaped as high as he could go. And he does Smith making a sensational catch. And Morales just missed a bell ringer. As it is a stand-up double. As Candelaria, beginning to come up with his pitches a little bit, may not be long for Wrigley Field today. But a great, superb effort by the left fielder, Al Oliver. Went back right near the 353-foot mark in left field. Or 368-foot mark, rather. But he just couldn't get to it. So a homer by Bobby Mercer. Now a double by Morales. Chuck Tanner has gone out to talk to Candelaria. He has a very slender right-hander, Kent Jacoby, throwing in the bullpen. Morales today, a walk, a single, a double, has driven in a run. He's 2 for 2. And Manny Trio stepping in. Homered in the 4th inning to give the Cubs a temporary lead. They got it back. There's the ball too low. The last homer Mercer hit was on that day against the Padres when the Cubs hit 7 home runs. The look at second, the pitch to Trio, and he takes the ball inside. 2-0. Remember that one by Mercer that day on a 3-0 pitch of Butch Metzger. Shortly thereafter was traded to St. Louis from San Diego. 2-0 delivery. Trio takes, hits a strike right at the knees, 2-1. That's the game, of course. That 7-homer game by the Cubs that they won fairly and the lead 23-6. Runner at second. Cubs leading 3-2. Candelaria's pitch. Swung on a high fly ball. Parker drifting back. He's got plenty of room. He's under it. And Morales will hold at second base. That Parker got a good arm. 2 gone. Now Steve Bonham stepping in. He's singled in the 4th inning. Drilled one just out of the reach of the third baseman, Bill Garner. Base hit here could give the Cubs a 2-run lead. Mercer's 7th. Bell ringer of the year, giving the Cubs the lead. 3-2 here in the 6th. The pitch. Olivares takes a strike right at the knees. Morales at second. It'd be nice to get him in. Candelaria looks, delivers. Low and inside. 1-1 on Olivares. Steve starting today, hitting .322. The single in the 4th helped his batting average a little bit. John Candelaria in the stretch. Fastball, he swung on it, and he was a little late. Fouled it into the grandstand section over behind first base. Bruce Sutter working in the Cub bullpen. With these 2 squads, Sutter for the Cubs, the Goose, Rich Gossage for the Pirates, you have 2 of the finest relief pitchers in the league. But it is not Gossage, it's Jacoby in their bullpen. Here's the pitch. Fastball misses outside of the letters, 2-2. Cubs with a pair of home runs today. Mercer making it over right field, and Trio lining a shot into the wind of the bleachers in left. 2 out, runner at second. Here's the 2-2 pitch coming up. Olivares takes the fastball. It's too high. Ball 3, strike 2. Steve steps out of the batter's box for a moment. Now, getting himself settled in again. Straightaway stance when he bats right-handed. Choking up on the bat just about an inch. The stretch, the 3-2 pitch. Swung on a fastball, fouled off the right under the upper deck on the first base side. It winds up in the box seats. Barney Schultz, pitching coach, standing alongside Bruce Sutter in the Cub bullpen. Sutter just standing now, watching the action. Candelaria on the hill delivers. 3-2 pitch is high for ball 4. Missed with a fastball, and that'll bring up George Mitterwald. This kid has excellent control. That's only his second walk today and only the 11th of the year by Candelaria. Mitterwald is fly to right. Did not have a good cut then because he got himself with a hole 0-2 right off the bat. Last time he bat, he bounced out to Garner at third. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. How about George? He's made 2 perfect throws at second today. Shot down 2. The Pirates trying to steal. One has done it on him. Here's the pitch. Swung on, and he fouls it into the upper deck. Back behind the plate. Nothing in 2. He's in the hole again. That homer by Bobby Mercer that's given the Cubs the lead here in the 6th is his 181st in his career. 0-2 delivery. Wasted high and inside. Ball 1, strike 2. Norm Jacobs out here today. Puts out that great Baseball Digest magazine. 1-2 pitch. Mitterwald swing. High fly ball. The left fielder, Al Oliver, waiting for it. He should grab it. He does. And that retires the side. Got under it just a little bit too much. But Mercer's 7th homer of the year here in the 6th inning has given the Cubs the lead. 2 hits, a walk, and 2 men left on. And we got a honey of a ball game here at Wrigley Field today. At the end of 6, the Cubs lead the Pittsburgh Pirates 3-2. You know, Lou, I think Al Gaines travels as much as we do. Under those car-buying trips, he takes to Detroit every week.
You know, Al logs a lot of air miles, Vince, all right. But we should tell the fans we're talking about Al Gaines, president of Fireside Chrysler Plymouth.
We better also tell them when it comes to one-of-a-kind, executive-driven used cars. There's no doubt about it. Al Gaines keeps Fireside on top.
That's right, fans. Al flies to Detroit every 2 weeks to purchase luxurious autos pre-driven by Chrysler Corporation executives.
Oh, what a ball game. 2 contenders for the Eastern Division in the National League. And so far, the Cub power has asserted itself on homers by Trio and by Mercer. And only a crazy deflection off the second base bag prevented Mercer's ball from being a 2-run shot. Because just ahead of it, Bittner had hit what appeared to be a base hit, but it caromed off the bag at second right over to the shortstop. Now the bottom third of the batting order stepping in for the Pirates, and leading off is Phil Garner, right-hander. Singled and flied to left. Bonham's first pitch is a little high, ball 1 to Garner. The Cubbies still throwing in their bullpen. In the on-deck circle, the catcher, Duffy Dyer, then will be looking for a pinch hitter. Perhaps 1-0 pitch. Swung on a hard ground ball. The aces to his left. Bobbles it. Picks it up, throws. He is safe at first base. That will be an error against the Cubs. Normally, sure-handed shortstop. You know, that's only the Cubs' 32nd error of the year and playing Super Bowl. But Garner reaches to open up the 7th, and Duffy Dyer will be the hitter. Charlie Finley, you know, had called a press conference today. He said it's going to be the most important since he had moved his A's out from Kansas City to Oakland. Well, Charlie has announced he's going to cut ticket prices in half for the games that the A's play at home Monday through Thursday. Pitch to Dyer, and the right-hander takes it inside for a ball. Pretty good bargain. Monday through Thursday, Oakland A's games at home. Ticket prices will be cut in half. If you're out there sometime when they're playing, take advantage of it. Candelaria sneaking up the line at third, just in case Dyer tries to bunt. Garner out at first. Hot stealing. First time he was on base. There's a swing. He's out in front. He drills it deep but foul. Way down the left field side. It's 1-1. You saw that NBA game last night. After it was pretty much decided the fourth quarter, a pretty good fight broke out. And 2 of the participants, Darryl Dawkins and Maury Lucas, have been fined a pretty heavy plaster, $2,500 apiece. for their part in that fight. Bonham steps off the pitching rubber, takes another look at Garner, who has good lead at first. Dyer, been a hot hitter. Throw to first. Not his best move of the day, and the runner back in standing. Commissioner of the NBA, Larry O'Brien, made that announcement. $2,500 fines. Dawkins and Lucas, the Portland Trail Blazers, and the Philadelphia 76ers. 1-1 pitch. Swung on a miss. Beauty. Kept it down and away. Ball one, strike two. O'Brien has issued a warning to both the coaches to avoid further problems, according to word just turned into our newsroom. Shoe, Jack Ramsey. Throw to first. He's back safely. Nobody out. That's a tying run at first base. Dodger reaching on the error. Duffy Dyer, the catcher. 1-2 delivery. Swung on. He taps one to the left side. Could be trouble. Oliveras picks it up. Throws just in time to get the runner at second base. A fine recovery on a very slow roller to the left of the Cubs third baseman, Steve Oliveras. Got it to Trio just barely in time to erase Carter. And we'll have a pinch hitter, Ed Ott, our catcher. Ott is 0 for 2 as a pinch hitter this year. Has 11 hits for the season, one of them a double, one a homer, driven in 6 runs. Ott with a .262 batting average, a left-hander. Candelaria is out of there. And among the Cubs' 7 hits today, a line smash off the bat of Manny Trio into the wind in left field, and Bobby Mercer wafting one over the right field wall. And the Cubs, as a result of that homer, have a 3-2 lead here in the top of the 7th with 1 out. Ott, a big swing out of a strike one. Duffy Dyer, the runner at first. Bittner is not holding him on. Playing behind the bag. Here's the pitch. The left-hander takes a fastball outside of the knees. It's 1-1. Group of senior citizens here today from Loda, Illinois. 46 of them. Robert Curry in charge. The stretch by Bonham. The pitch. Ott swings and he misses. Took quite a cut. 1-2. Bonham has struck out 3. Hit 1 batter. Walked 2. Gave up a run in the 2nd and a run in the 6th. 1-2 delivery. Ott swings and he loops a little foul into the seats on the third base side. 1-2. The school groups here today from St. Pascal School, 31 of them. Bob Hubert in charge. St. Pascal from Chicago. A nervous ball game. 1-2 delivery. Ott swings, jam with the fastball, and he fouls it back. It's still 1-2 in the left-hander. Group from the Iron Workers District Council of 35. Figure this one out. It's Rags Squirrel Day. 1-2 pitch. Swung on a miss. Bonham went up on him. And Ott, as the pinch hitter, has struck out. 2 away. Now Omar Marino to be the hitter. Fourth strikeout of the day. The third one was Marino when he led off the 6th inning. Splendor speedster, boy, he can fly. Not a great hitter, but he moves the ball around pretty well. Bounces around a bit in that batter's box. Here's the pitch to him. He swings and he misses. Bottom of the good fastball. Bruce Sutter, Barney Schultz still standing, shoulder to shoulder, down to the bullpen. Bonham's been tough. A stretch by the right-hander, the pitch. Takes the strike. Change on him, and he took one right at the knee. Bonham was probably the best change-up of any pitcher in the league. And a good fastball. He is out in front 0-2 with a runner at first and 2 gone to the top of the 7th inning, and the crowd really with it. Here's a stretch. The kick, the pitch, fastball. He wasted it high and away. Ball 1, strike 2 on the left-handed hitter. Guarding the line is Kleins in left field. Playing this guy to swing late. Mercer gives him right field. 1-2 pitch. Swung on a miss. Strike 3. Blew it by him. And Bonham trots off the mound. His 4th and 5th strikeouts of the ball game here in the 7th inning. And he's getting quite a hand as he goes into the Cub dugout. 7th inning stretch at Wrigley Field. The score, the Chicago Cubs 3, the Pittsburgh Pirates 2.
God's country, you begin with sparkling pure Wisconsin spring water. Water that flows deep beneath the ground. Then you pure brew, double brew it in a traditional old world way called poisoning. Poisoning is the most natural way to brew beer and the most expensive. Most expensive because it takes more time. But Heileman's Old Style is one American premium beer that is still fully poisoned, naturally carbonated. Because at Old Style, we don't aim to make the most beer, only the best. Taste the difference poisoning makes. Try Old Style, pure brewed in God's country. G. Heileman Brewing Company, La Crosse, Wisconsin.
One of the big groups we mentioned earlier today that's out here, a couple of hundred or so of them, sitting down the third base line, left field line, waving the Cub banners and pennants. American Inspo. Somebody did a beautiful job with their big banner. Company name up at the top in black, and then below it in red, big letters, is Go Cubs, with an exclamation point. Cubs are going so far today, but it's only a 1-run lead, and the slender right-hander, Kent Jacoby, the new pitcher. Candelaria lifted after working 6 innings, gave up 7 base hits, including homers by Trio and Bobby Mercer. Jacoby, who always wears those sunshades, peers down. All right-handers. Fires the first pitch, a strike to Bonham. Gets a good hand. Jacoby built just about like a 3-iron. Here's the windup and the pitch. Sinker swung on a miss. Nothing in 2. They've got a good bullpen, but this guy, the Goose Rich Gossage, and coming along well now is Jerry Forster. 0-2 delivery. Bonham tries to hold up in his swing. The pitch is low and outside. He held in time, 1-2. Jacoby is 1-3 in relief this year. Been in 20 games. An excellent earned run average, 1.63. Here's the pitch. And it's a breaking ball that misses outside. Ball 2, strike 2. He's about 6'4". Looks like he weighs 100 pounds. Soaking wet. Starts the windup. 2-2 pitch. Swung on. He jammed him with a sidearm fastball, and he hits a foul down the right field side. Telling me before the ball game today that Parker had told him, Brian, he said, I wish I had your body, that slender waistline and all the rest of it, with my muscle. Cubby says there's no No way in the world you can pack that much muscle into this frame. Here's a swing and a ground ball to Stargell, the first baseman. He flips to the pitcher covering, and Bonham is out of there to open up the bottom of the seventh inning. Iván de Jesús, the hitter. Single, still second in the first inning. Nobody could bring him in. And he flied out to the right fielder, Parker. Tried to bunt, but he got it too near the mound. His last time at bat. And Candelaria, the starting pitcher, threw him out. So he's 1 for 3 today. Pirates with 5 hits. The Cubs have 7. And 2 of the Cub hits have been homers. The Cubs with a 3-2 lead. And Jacoby Wines. Right arm pitch swung on. Bounces it foul down the third base side. Picked up there by Garner. Our engineer Al Aldridge tells us that we got a big group from the Libertyville post office out here today. They come out to check the mail. Jacoby peering through those sunglasses, hands on his knees. Now starts the windup, and the 0-1 delivery. Taken for a strike. 0-2 on Iván de Jesús. Tomorrow, the 2 R's. Russell for the Cubs, Rooker for the Pirates are slated to be the mound opponents here. 0-2 pitch, sidearm sticking fastball. Ball 1, strike 2, a little low. Center fielder, Marino, very, very shallow for Iván. About as shallow as I've seen anybody play against him. There's a fastball. He takes strike 3. And Iván turns and says, can't believe it. He does now as he walks back to the dugout. He has looked at strike 3. 2 gone in the 7th inning. Veteran Doug Harvey working behind the plate. Not only a fine umpire and a good golfer, but he's a pretty good collector of rare books. Gene Klein's 0 for 3, stepping in. Wide to left, to right, and in between he's looked at strike 3. Jacoby Wines, sidearm curve, and he misses low and away. Slow twister. Ball 1 to Klein. Breeze today coming straight in from center field at about 15, 16 miles an hour. Here's the windup, the pitch. Swung on a miss. Just as he took a rip at that one, it broke down sharply. Ball 1, strike 1. In addition to 3 wins, Jacoby has 3 saves this year. Sidearm fastball, a little low. Ball 2, strike 1. Looks like he's just straight up and down. Here's the windup, 2-1 delivery. Klein swings, and he bounces it foul down the third base side. Goes into the Cub dugout. Down at the end of it, trio of aces kind of sitting together. Some of the fellows with the warm windbreakers down because that wind coming in is a bit on the chilly side if you're out of the sunshine. Jacoby with a new ball. Here's down again, gets his sign. Here's the windup, 2-2 pitch. Swung out of this, and he chased the bad one that time. It was low and outside, but he couldn't hold up. Let's pause for station identification. This is the WGN Chicago Cubs Baseball Network.
80 degrees officially in Chicago at 3:30. This is WGN Radio Chicago.
Kent Jacoby, perfect, strikes out 2 men. And at the end of 7 at Wrigley Field, it's still the Chicago Cubs 3, the Pittsburgh Pirates 2.
When is the week 10 days long? When it's National True Test Paint Week at True Value Hardware Stores. From May 25th through June 4th, you'll find True Test paints at special prices. For example, you can choose True Test Easy Care Latex Fighting Emerald, wash and wear child-proof wall paint in white and 44 colors, or True Test Weather All Acrylic Latex House Paint. The latex that flows on easily, dries quickly, in white and 35 colors. They're both $8.97 a gallon. True Value Hardware Stores offer these True Test paints and more at special prices. During National True Test Paint Week, from May 25th through June 4th at participating True Value Hardware stores. No matter where you live, you'll find a True Value Hardware store nearby to serve you.
Bonham to face the 2, 3, and 4 men in the Pirate batting order here in the 8th inning. So he's got his work cut out for him. Tavares, a right-hander, to be followed by 3 lefties, if we have to go that far. Dave Parker, Al Oliver, and Willie Stargell. Tavares was hit by the first pitch thrown in the 6th inning. Stole second, but then was out on interference. Ground ball to the shortstop, De Jesus. Looked like he wanted to bunt. Got way out in front of the plate. The pitch is a strike called. He really didn't try to bunt on it. We wanted to see what Tavares' reaction was going to be. Wind up by Bonham. Tries to bunt the curve, and he fouls it over against the wall on the first base side.
He left the batter's spot.
He left it again?
He's out.
Way out in front of that batter's box, and Doug Harvey has said, that's where you were. You're out of it. And here's Chuck Tanner coming to argue. And Tavares putting on quite a display. Slams the helmet down, kicks the bat, now kicks dirt on home plate, and he is not very far away from being thrown out of this game. Now, he's putting on a more of a display with his gestures. He is claiming, of course, that he had a foot in the batter's box. Doug Harvey isn't buying it. Chuck Tanner, hands on his hips, is pretty disgusted.
I tell you, if Harvey saw him throw that helmet,
yeah,
he would have been out. Or Myers saw it, so did Crawford at third, and they were coming in.
And he also kicked that dust on the plate, too, Lou. But apparently,
throwing a helmet is automatic. He's gone. Kicking the dust on the plate, it's up to the umpire's judgment.
Yeah.
But Harvey didn't
Nobody
see
called
it.
it. The young umpire down at third is Jerry Crawford. Pryor, of course, the veteran umpire at first base. Apparently just didn't see it. Now, as they all went back to the dugout, Tanner comes out again. He said, time. I got to talk to you again, Mr. Harvey.
I'll bet you Tanner's thinking about a protest, asking for an appeal, and Harvey did not take it. He would not ask the third base umpire. He doesn't have to go to another man.
No.
He just, when umpires do that, when a manager asks for appeal, it's just a courtesy procedure. But they don't have to.
If he says he saw it, he doesn't need any help, that's it, period. So credit Binnerwall with a foot out as Tavares got out of the batter's box in an attempt to bunt. Here's a swing and a ground ball, one hopper to third. Tavares has it. Parker is out of there. A one hopper off the bat of Dave Parker. So he is 0 for 4 today. We've had 2 calls here, a little bit on the weird side today. With Tavares on at second base after being hit by a pitch and stealing second on a pitch-up. Parker at bat hit a ground ball. Here's a swing and a bouncing ball of the pitch is found. De Jesus charging in, gloves it, throws on the run. Beautiful swing. He's got him. Whoa, man, that's got to be the fastest inning of the day. 4 pitches. They're out of there. Now the other one, where Iván wanted to come in to make the play, Tavares got in his way, had to push him out of the way. That was interference. And Parker able to reach on a fielder's choice. Here in the 8th, it's 1-2-3 before you can flick your eyes. And the Cubs come to bat in the bottom of the 8th inning, still leading the Pirates 3-2.
Hello, General Finance. Friendly Bob Adams speaking.
Hi, Bob. Is it true that you can arrange a loan for any good reason?
Well, yes, generally.
Well, is love a good reason?
Who is this?
Let me put it this way. I really don't need it, but I told him I was in the store to buy it.
I don't think I understand. Are you talking about love?
Oh, no, in the wardrobe.
I know I don't understand.
Bob, he's the store manager, and I really came in to sneak a peek at him. Oh, he's so beautiful. I think I'm really in love with him.
Oh, I see.
Well, when he asked, can I help you, I just blurted out I want a new one.
A new what?
That's what he asked. So I said everything.
Everything?
A whole new wardrobe.
Oh, now I get it.
That's what he expects me to do. So is it all right, Bob?
Is what all right?
A loan for love.
We can just say it's a loan for a new wardrobe.
Oh, thanks, Bob. Thanks for the help.
You can always get a little help from a friend at General Finance.
Over 65 General Finance offices in the Chicagoland area. Cavallo up to $10,000. Call Andover 32020. Also an office in Naperville.
Now, Tavares, earlier in this ball game, tried to bunt, and he was way out in front of the plate on that one, and it hit him. Then rolled out the rest of the way, and he was out on that one. He ran into his own bunted ball out in fair territory. He would have been out, I think, on that play anyway, but he was called out with the put-out going to the catcher. He gets out of that batter's box, and when he's going to bunt with his front foot way out in front, and then he's almost like a left-handed batter trying to drag bunt one. When you're getting out of that batter's box as a right-hander, your tendency is you want to start down to first base, and you wind up out of the batter's box. Now we have a new pitcher, Terry Forster, 1-2 that Chuck Tanner had with his White Sox pitching staff. And while Forster had a tightness in the forearm of his left arm, his pitching arm this year, he's worked out of that, and he's been coming along very well. Fires the first pitch to Bittner, and it's a strike. Southpaw winds, fastball, strike called in the outside corner. Forster is healthy. This guy can fire the ball. Tanner says in his last couple of outings he has just been super. Wind up with the big guy, swing and a drive into left field. In there for a base hit. Picked up way over in the left center by the speedy Omar Marino. And Bittner opens up the bottom of the eighth with an opposite field single after he was in the hole 0-2. Terry Forster elected not to wait for it. Here's Bobby Mercer. Now Forster in here because you have Bittner and Mercer, two left-handers leading off the inning. The first one is raced in Mercer, who homered off Candelaria in the sixth inning, stepped in. Here's the pitch, fastball. Bobby takes the strike right at the knee. Five of Mercer's 7 homers this year have come off left-handers. 0-1 pitch, squares away. He's going to bunt, and he pops it foul into the seats in the first base side. I've never seen Mercer try to bunt before. He won't try it again. The count on him is 0-2. Cubs now with 8 hits for the day. Bonham has issued only 5. Forster, big guy. Stargell playing about 5-6 feet off the bag at first in front of the runner. Edges back a step or so. Forster steps off the pitching rubber. Got a right-hander throwing into bullpen. Cubs with a 1-run lead would like to increase it. Here's the sidearm fastball. He takes it outside, 1-2. And against a left-hander like that, who comes in almost sidearm to him, Mercer holds his ground well. He doesn't flinch or get out of the way. Stays right in there. Forster ready. Here he's kicked over the top, and that one's too high. 2-2. Rookie in the bullpen, Odell Jones. He's been warming up earlier today. Nobody out. Runner at first, 2-2 pitch. Mercer swings and he misses. He got him. A strikeout for Terry Forster. Brings up Jerry Morales, who's having a perfect day at the plate. He's walked, singled, doubled, driven in a run. Attendance figures just being given. We'll relay them to you. Here's the pitch, and Morales takes the fastball high, ball one. The Cubs today drawing 14,593 paid. Rookie in the bullpen, Odell Jones. He's been warming up earlier today. Nobody out. Runner at first, 2-2 pitch. Mercer swings and he misses. He got him. Strikeout for Terry Forster. Brings up Jerry Morales, who's having a perfect day at the plate. He's walked, singled, doubled, driven in a run. Attendance figures just being given. We'll relay them to you. Here's the pitch, and Morales takes the fastball high, ball one. The Cubs today drawing 14,593 paid. Up over the 230,000 mark in paid attendance for the year at home, and this is their 21st home date. Last ball, Forster misses to Morales outside, 2-0. So they're just about 23,000 behind the attendance of last year with the same number of home dates. But it'll pick up tomorrow and Sunday, I guarantee you. 2-0 delivery. Morales swings. Fly ball, right center field. Parker on the dead run. He'll not get to it. It bounces to the wall. Pitcher coming around third. He will score without a play. The Cubs lead 4-2 on a triple off the bat of Jerry Morales. His third straight hit of the ball game. He has batted in his 26th run of the year. That will be all for Terry Forster. A single to Bednar. He struck out Bobby Mercer. But Jerry Morales now has a single, a double, and a triple in that order. He is having a perfect day. And a rookie right-hander, Odell Jones, is going to be the fourth Pirate pitcher of the ballgame. With the score 4-2, favor the Cubs. Bottom of the eighth inning. One out, a runner at third. We have a delay in the action. Let's take time out for this message.
Fans, when you think about it, signs are important to the ebb and flow of any baseball game. There's a sign for hit and run, signs to steal, bunt, and a whole lot more to remember. Now, when it comes to the ebb and flow of beer drinking, there's only one sign you have to remember, and that's the sign on bottles or cans of Heilmann's Old Style. What gives this beer its great light flavor? Well, Old Style is brewed in God's country, where the skies are clear, the air is clean and crisp, and the sparkling pure Wisconsin spring water flows from deep beneath the ground. Some folks say all the way from Canada. With water like this, when you brew a beer once, you've got a good beer. But when you brew a beer twice, you've got a great light beer. This double brewing, pure brewing process is called krausening. It's the most natural way to brew beer and the most expensive. Try Old Style, pure brewed in God's country. Manny Trio is going to step in against the rookie right-hander, Odell Jones. 101 for the year with a high earned run average, 6.75. This is his 8th appearance.
Worked 10 2/3 innings, and Manny Trio with the Pirate infield in the grass takes his fastball for a ball outside. Boy, this guy looks like he hasn't had a square meal, Lou, in a month. 1-0 pitch. Swung on a miss. Manny homered in the fourth. That gave the Cubs a 2-1 lead. Let me tell you, he hammered it right into the wind. Here's the pitch. Takes a pretty good cut at a fastball, fouls it upstairs out of play to the right. Gary Morales has walked, singled, doubled, and tripled in that order, and he's now a 286 hitter as he stands over at third. That triple is first of the year. 1-2 pitch. And he swings with the high fly ball to Parker in right field. He circles, he gets under it on the run. Morales tags, and he better get back. A throw to the catcher Dwyer. Only would have had him maybe by 40 feet. Two gone. We knew it was his first of the year. They say that Manny's or Morales' first triple since October of 1974 when he hit one against these Pirates. I think that was over there on the artificial surface. Couldn't believe he didn't have one all last year. He started today hitting 269, and that's showing now hitting 286. And Steve Bonham is going to be put on intentionally. The bat left-handed, of course, which is what he would do. George Mitterwald is going to be the next hitter following this intentional walk. Mercer, after the Pirates tied it up, hit a homer off Candelaria to right field. That gave the Cubs a 3-2 lead. And here off Terry Forster, a single by Bittner. Bobby Mercer then struck out, but Morales hit a triple into right center field, driving in Bittner. And Trio flied out into shallow right field to Parker. Morales holding, and Olivares just receives an intentional walk from the rookie Odell Jones. George Mitterwald didn't have much luck against Candelaria. Flied to right, grounded out, flied to left, 0 for 3 for the day, steps in. And the infield drops back. 2 gone. Cubs with a 4-2 lead in the 8th. Here's the pitch. Fastball in too tight. Lou looks like he's got a real good arm, doesn't he?
Yes, he has. This is only his third major league game. Tanner likes him. He says he's got a good live fastball.
One-0 delivery. Checks his swing. It's up a little high, and he held up in time, 2-0. I thought they showed him having been in 7 games. No difference. He's a rookie. 2-0 pitch. He was over anxious, and he went after one down and away. Which you can't blame him. The pitcher Bonham due up next. Mitterwald wants to take his cuts.
I was looking at their press book and not their stat.
2-1 pitch. There's a curve low outside. 3-1.
He started this year with only 2 major league games, and he's been in several this year already.
Try to find their stats, and that's a Chinese puzzle, too. 3-1 pitch. Look out, he almost got hit by a fastball. That's ball 4. The Pirates are the only team that I know of. Hey, Bonham. Bonham is going to be lifted for the pinch hitter. With the bases loaded.
time you never get a standing ovation when you're taken out of the ball game for a pinch hitter.
Well, he deserved it. He had pitched superbly. But Herman Franks, with the bases jammed here in the 8th inning and a 2-run lead, knows that Bonham has gone hard. I don't know how many pitches he's thrown low, but he has been a very tough performer today, and it's been a kind of a ball game where he's had to keep bearing down all the time.
Well, when you got a fellow like Suter, why gamble? You're taking a chance. Even if we lose the ball game, the percentages certainly say go with Suter for 1 inning.
Buckner is going to bat for him, and Buckner, as a pinch hitter, been called upon 7 times, has 3 hits and 3 runs batted in. About this Pirate stat sheet, either they list them alphabetically, every club does, and that's the way most of them do, because that's the easiest way to find them. But you have to know the Pirate uniform numbers to find out where their guys are. If you tried to do that with every ball club, you'd really be in trouble. Now the windup with the bases jammed, and Buckner is going to take the first pitch. It's a strike, a fastball. A 4-2 lead. And the victory moves the Cubs to within a half game of the Pirates. 0-1 delivery. Buckner swings, ground ball into the glove of Stargell. Underhand toss to the pitcher covering, and Buckner just missed, pulling one through the right side of the infield. The Cubs in the 8th inning pick up a run on 2 hits, 2 walks, one of them intentional. The bases left loaded, and at the end of 8, Pirates come to bat. It'll be Stargell, Stennett, and Garner, and we hope that's all. The score: the Chicago Cubs 4, the Pittsburgh Pirates 2.
Think you could eat 40 bananas in 39 minutes? Anthony Fig did it. He set that record in 1967. Says so right here in the Guinness Book of World Records. How could anyone eat so much so fast? This is Mike Pyle saying we'll probably never know the answer to that, but there are some records that are easily explained. For instance, the current record for selling new Oldsmobiles. It's held by Weil Olds in Libertyville. Weil sells more new Oldsmobiles than any other dealer in the world. Why? Why do people come from Chicago, from all over the state, even from neighboring states, to buy their new Oldsmobiles from Weil? You won't find the answer in the record book, but you will find it in Libertyville, Illinois, home of the world's largest Oldsmobile dealer, Weil Olds. Plan to drive out real soon. You'll probably get out to Libertyville faster than it takes Anthony Fig to eat 40 bananas.
With all the cars they're taking in trade, Weil Olds has become a used car shopper's paradise. We should have let the boss do that one, don't you think?
I don't know why not. Or do you want to do that?
He's on a holiday.
Yeah.
He'd charge us, wouldn't he?
Oh, we'll charge him if he does it again. Erwin Weil. Well, the boss man out at Weil Olds in Libertyville out here today, and he hasn't moved a muscle now since the Cubs took the lead. Not that he's superstitious. He doesn't have a muscle to move. You don't call on a plantation straw hat, do you? Huh? It's not a plantation straw. Irvin's a fellow who at our Red Cloud banquet this winter decided he wanted Ernie Banks' bat, and the auctioning got to be pretty high. Irvin just thought he'd silence everybody. All he did was bid $800 for it, and he got it. Could have gotten a suit of clothes with it, too. One of the premier relief pitchers in the business, Bruce Sutter. See if he can hold on to the win for Bill Bonham, who worked 8 strong innings. Right-hander delivers, and Stargell takes it the ball a little bit low. Stargell, Stennett, and Garner. Stargell, of course, a lefty. As a swing, and he fouls that one out of play to the left side. He looked like he had himself a home run in the 4th inning. He had a shot to left field, and for all the world it looked like it had to go into the seats, but the wind pushed it back in. It was caught by Gene Clines. Wind could not hold. Manny Trios shot in. It went into the bleachers and left. There's the ball, a little low on the forkball, 2-1. Stargell was walked intentionally in the 6th inning, and Rennie Stennett obliged the Cubs by bouncing out to Oliveras to retire the side. Stargell was robbed by Jerry Morales of an extra base hit. His first time at bat today. Good running catch on him. There's a forkball. It's a little bit low, 3-1. Even though the wind is blowing in, everybody is deep in the outfield. Here's a pitch. Run out, a good fastball, bounces fouled into the seats in the first base side. Ball 3, strike 2. Ain't you forgotten, Bruce Suter's earned run average, a glittering 0.73. 3-2 pitch. Well, that it is. He got him with a beautiful front ball. What a cut Stargell took. That for Suter is 39th strikeout this year in 37 and a third innings. He has walked only 2 men. 39 strikeouts. Rennie Stennett, a right-hander, steps in. Swung on. Ground ball to Jesus. Way over on the third base side. And the ball hit normally where I thought he would be. So it's in there for a base hit. I'm surprised that he's playing him that far over, Lou.
Well, I think this is the first time in this ball game that he played Stennett that far over to the left. He probably figures that Suter, with that forkball, will make him hit the ball on the ground and will pull it.
So the Pirates have a potential tying run at the plate in the person of Phil Garner. That for Rennie Stennett, his third hit today. Remember when he had 7 out here one day last year? There's a strike called on Garner. It was 1 for 3 today, and he single drove in a run in the second inning. Farmer Oakland A's. There's a swing and a miss. 0-2. And Suter kept that one just above the knees of the right-handed hitting Garner. 4-2 score. Comes out in front. And Suter trying to hold on to it. Right-hander ready. Here's the pitch. Garner swings. He got a piece of it. Chopped it back foul. 0-2 yet. Trio and Mercer have homered today. Gary Morales now playing in deep center field. A walk, a single, a double, a triple in that order. And he's batted in 2 with the 4 Cub runs and made a very fine catch. Suter ready. 0-2 pitch. Garner takes a count. There's one that's into the dirt. It bounces all the way back up high onto the screen. That will be a wild pitch. Now they have a man in scoring position. What it does is pretty much eliminate the possibility of a double play. Go get him. Suter ready. Garner swinging a miss. He got him. Got him with the low inside forkball that time. A strikeout, a single, a wild pitch, a strikeout. Duffy Dyer is due to bat. Like Bill Robinson. Bill Robinson is a pinch hitter this year. No hits in 7 at-bats. He is batting for Dyer. Walked once when they hit and run with a man out of the second inning. Dyer struck out, and Mitterwald's perfect bag nailed Garner for a double play. He forced Garner with his ground ball down to Barris in the 7th inning. And And Herman Franks calling everybody around. I guess Louie wants to be sure they know how to pitch to this guy, huh?
This is true. As a pinch hitter, they've gone over the lineup, of course, and everybody, but earlier this morning. But by 4 o'clock, perhaps they have forgotten this particular hitter and pinch hitter. He also wants those infielders to play back and knock down this ball and also guard the line. We do not want this man to get a double.
Bill Robinson, an awfully tough hitter. Well, I said he's 0 for 7 as a pinch hitter. He has 18 hits for the year and a .257 batting average. He's got power. He has 2 homers, 14 runs batted in. Right-hander. Play first base. He can play the outfield. Been unhappy at times because he hasn't been in the regular lineup. First pitch to him, and Sutter fires a strike on the inside corner. Runner at second, 9th inning with 2 gone. Cubs leading 4-2. Sutter into the stretch. Here it comes. Swung on a high fly ball. Should be the ball game. Gene Clyde says, "I got it, baby." He does. And the Cubs win. Bill Bonham, the winning pitcher, Bruce Sutter getting a save. And the first of the 3-game set goes to the Chicago Cubs by a score of 4-2.
In today's world of lead-free gasoline, responsibility to public needs is as important as product quality. This commitment to meet the Midwest driving needs has made Amoco the lead-free leader. Now comes new Amoco Premium Lead-Free, the higher octane lead-free gasoline. For cars old and new that need higher octane to run the way they should, Amoco Premium Lead-Free has higher octane than typical unleaded gasolines. And it has higher octane than regular leaded gasolines as well. There are 2 ways to tell whether your car may need Amoco Premium Lead-Free's higher octane. It may knock or ping when you accelerate, or it may run on after you turn off the key. If this sounds like your car, use new Amoco Premium Lead-Free in the gold pump. If you don't have these problems, use lead-free Amoco in the blue pump, the Midwest's best-selling lead-free. Now your independent Standard Oil dealer gives you this choice. You expect more from a leader.
Well, before we give her the happy totals and a little rundown on this exciting ball game today, we got to take time off for station identification. This is the WGN Chicago Cubs Baseball Network.
And this is WGN Radio Chicago. It's 4:01.
For the Cubs, 4 runs, 9 hits, including a pair of homers, and a perfect day for Jerry Morales. 1 error, 8 men left. The Pirates 2 runs, 6 hits, no errors. They left 6 men, and that tells you something about the Cub pitching today. They left only 6 men stranded and had only 6 hits. Bill Bonham, superb 8 innings, earns his 6th win of the year. And Bruce Sutter, coming in to pitch the 9th inning, earns another save. How many does he have now? An even dozen. And John Candelaria, who had come in here with the best earned run average among the starting pitchers in the National League, 1.63, had been unbeaten, had never lost to the Cubs. He was 3-0 lifetime against the Cubs. He suffers his first loss of the season. Big young left-hander, now 6-1. 2 hours and 27 minutes of real excitement, Lou.
Well, it was a tremendous victory for the Cubs and for the fans here. They saw everything that could happen practically in a ball game, and you don't see a couple of plays called very often, even during the year. Very seldom will you see an interference call on a man on second base with a ground ball get to the shortstop. Tavares stayed in front of De Jesus. And the rules state that you have to give that infielder an opportunity to feel the ball. He was called out on an interference call. Then, on an attempted bunt, Tavares was called out when he left the batter's box, according to Doug Harvey, in attempting to bunt the ball. And a hard ground ball through the pitcher's legs, hits second base and bounces as high as that did.
That's the wildest thing I think I've ever seen.
Well, I told you the ball is much lighter and this year. But that ball bounced way over Tavares' head. He caught it and they threw out Bittner by a step and a half. Something that you never see. But when these two ball clubs get together, there's a lot of action, and all the action today was favorable. It was for the Cubs.
When that ball, the one of Bittner's you're talking about, got by the pitcher, I called it a hit right away.
Had to be.
Yeah.
Even if it hits the bag. And I've been in this game, well, not as long as you, but when a ball hits the bag, I've very seldom has seen a ball bounce that high.
That was wild.
So it's livelier.
And it did, it robbed Mercer of a run batted in, because right after that, he got a home run over the right field wall. But that's all right. The Cubs win it 4-2. And there's not much breathing room now for the Pirates in this Eastern Division, because their lead over the Cubs is now shriveled to a mere half game. Let me tell you, for the Cubs, it's their 19th win in this month of May. They've lost only 5 ball games. The Pittsburgh Pirates had come in here. They'd won 17 out of 22. So they now are 17-6. And the Cubs, 19-5. Well, there should be a lot more excitement out here at Wrigley Field tomorrow. You say, yeah, how can there be any more than that? You never know. That's the great thing about baseball. And I hope that you're going to join us here tomorrow afternoon. We'll be back with a word about the pitching assignments and so forth in that one. Our broadcast today has been brought to us by the G. Heilman Brewing Company of La Crosse, Wisconsin, the makers of Old Style, the pure brewed beer from God's country. Let me tell you, the Old Style tasted good here today. True Value Hardware Stores. If you use it in, out, or around your home, you'll find it and pay less for it at True Value. General Finances 65, Chicagoland offices. To borrow up to $10,000, call Friendly Bob Adams at end over 3, 2020. And by Fireside Chrysler. Fireside Chrysler Plymouth Mazda, located in Golf Road, just west of Route 53, and the Woodfield Shopping Center. Tomorrow on our day at Wrigley Field, Rick Russell is scheduled to be the starting pitcher for the Cubs. Big right-hander now with a record of 6 wins, 2 losses, and his mound opponent, left-hander Jim Rooker, who has won 4 and lost 2 for the Bucks. Morales, a perfect day at the plate. A walk, a single, a double, a triple in that order. Maybe he can pick up tomorrow with a home run, his first down at bat, huh? And hit for the cycle in 2 days. He drove in a pair of runs, 3 of a home run for the Cubs today, as did Bobby Mercer. Bonham earning a victory, his 6th of the year, and Candelaria the loser. Vince Lloyd and Lou Boudreau, hope you enjoyed the broadcast. I know we enjoyed bringing it to you. Doc Minovich, our producer, Al Aldrich, our engineer. The Cubs again a winner, 4-2. This is the WGN Chicago Cubs Baseball Network.